Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Turn the camera on. Hello, welcome to Film My Run, welcome to the Zwift Run Live channel. In 10 seconds, we are starting a race, runners versus cyclists, runners versus riders. And so we start 15 minutes early, because we're lucky like that. And I am not racing, I'm taking it nice and easy. Now, we seem to have a problem with Facebook, I think. I don't know exactly what the problem is, but Facebook isn't working. So if you want to watch, you'll have to go to YouTube. But if you are watching, then you're on YouTube already. So I don't know what's happened with Facebook. It just hasn't started, which is very annoying, but that's just the way it is. So, live on YouTube, this is the GTN, the Global Triathlon Network race between the runners and the cyclists. We get a 15-minute head start, But funnily enough, I've also roped myself into cycling this race as a different avatar. Please don't tell me I've gone a different route to everybody else all of a sudden. I don't believe it, I have. Right, hang on. Camera angle's off. Turn around. Go back. Right, let's turn these camera angles off. Can't believe I went the wrong way the first minute I left the paddock. Oh well, there we are. So this is supposed to be a recovery run for me. By the way, if you're watching Facebook or YouTube, if you're watching YouTube, hello and welcome along. You can pop something in the chat if you want to and say hello. Otherwise, we'll just get going and get this run done. It's 17 kilometers, so it's going to take us a little while, and it's absolutely boiling hot in here. And it looks like I'm going to have camera problems as well, so this might be a bit of a problem, this stream. Fingers crossed it doesn't turn into a nightmare. Once I start climbing the Alp, I can put the camera angles back on. Yeah, camera 2 doesn't look like it's working properly. And Ryan Downey, yeah, Facebook stream doesn't look like it's started for some reason. It's gone and messed itself up. Don't know if anybody wants to message my wife. Right, let me sort out camera 2, because we can't have that going on, can we? There we go. Hopefully that'll be okay. Ryan Downey says I look like a pro fighter. Apologies that Facebook doesn't seem to be working. I did set it up, so why it's not working, I don't know. Now, sitting on the start line of the cycling event, let me see if I've got this. There we are, there's the start line of the cycling event. And I am on there, and I am gonna run this on a bike with my Stride foot pod. So hopefully we'll have a look and see how well I do. I'm currently doing 196, 197 watts, whereas my other foot pod is doing 201 watts. That's actually not too far off though, is it? 200 watts versus 198 watts. That's okay. Oh, Matthias missed the start. Nightmare. Okay, let's get back to the runners. So we are heading through the jungle towards the Alpe d'Huez. Carol Rushworth is right behind me. And I'm going to take it very easy for a little while. And we'll just try and bump it up a little bit. Maybe each kilometre will get a little bit quicker. How about that? What should happen is the cyclists should fly past us in about 25 minutes, just before we reach the Alp. But then when we get to the Alp, hopefully we'll be able to overtake them, at least some of them. Right, first kilometre done. Let's bump it up by 0.2. Let's do that. So 0.2. Let's see if we can keep that going. So what will that get us to? 17 times that. Actually, that'd be quite quick, wouldn't it? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Actually, no, it won't be that bad. I could probably go a bit quicker later on. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it like this for the time being. Like I say, this is supposed to be a recovery run, so I'm not supposed to be going quickly. And what we'll do in a bit is we will jump up the field and see how everybody else is doing. It's really, really hot in here, so that's another reason not to push it early on. It's a 10-mile race. It's over 10 and a half miles, maybe even 11 miles. Yes, it's an 11-mile race. So, you know, not far off a half marathon, really. Yeah, recovery run of 18k, why not? It's something to do, isn't it? We just go slowly. Recovery is about going slowly. Although if I feel okay towards the end, I probably will bump it up a bit. And remember, we are not going up the Alp to Zwift with any incline at all. It's going to be flat all the way. Miles to go. Yeah. Oh no, probably not, no. By the way, Facebook isn't working. I don't know if you want to get my laptop, bring it in here and just see if we can get it going. It's on the lounge sofa. Thank you. see if I can get Facebook started. Actually, I'll have a look on here, Victoria. Just nothing just yet. It says connected. Let's just disconnect it and connect it again. You just check and see if Facebook is working. Oh, you can do it on there. Yeah. Tina Beard, well done for joining us. Sorry, Facebook isn't working. I am trying to kind of have a look and see if I can get it working. Right, I've increased the speed now to 10.4 kilometers an hour. And in a minute we'll cross over to the cycling and have a look at how the bikes are going to get on at the start here. A couple of minutes to go before the bikes go, and I'm on a bike using my Stride foot pod, so we'll see how that goes. Shouldn't need a password. Hang on. Right, these are the bikes. Oh, I see.
Ride on. Ride on.
Right, here we go with the bikes now. A few seconds to go before they go. I'm going at 200 watts on the bike, 204 watts. So I'm not going to be anywhere near the front.
Ride on.
And so the bikes are going, off they go. So that's me cycling. Everyone else is going to thunder off at a crazy pace, but I'm only going at 200 watts. So I'm called Stride number 2. You can see me there. Stride 2. Oh, back to me. Yeah. But I film on the Facebook page. Go to go live. Go to where it says live. Scroll up. Now down to me. Go to home. Right, go to live. Go to upcoming videos. Go to go live now. Right, see if you can fill in the information there. So, runner versus. Just ask me, So, GTN runners versus riders. It doesn't matter too much. Just whatever you want. See if we can get it to work. Jonathan Cost, thanks for the ride on.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
No, you'll need to fill in some other details. Yeah, unless you can just click go live, but I don't think you can. You'll need to select the game, which is Zwift. Yeah, just type in Zwift. You'll need to maybe type another, like a description. Yeah, I don't think you have to. So we are just trying to get Facebook working. Let's have a look at the cyclists. Oh, quickly, get back there. Right, so I'm at 200 watts in a pack, looks like. I'm not doing too badly, am I? I'm 54th position, so that's okay. I'm probably drafting a little bit from people. Yeah, so go to image and then click the GTN track night image. Yeah, select that one. I don't know what else you'll need because it still looks greyed out to me. A time. Anything like that anywhere you need? If you can't do it, just don't worry about it. I've tried before and I can't get it to go live like that. So we're 3 kilometres in and the cyclists are on their way. There's the first one. Or is he doing he's doing a workout? That might be one though. Some of the faster cyclists will already be catching us up. Yeah, look, there's me catching some of the runners. Can I see me anywhere? Have I done 3 kilometres yet? I don't think we've done 3 kilometres yet. Oh, I should be on 6 now, shouldn't I? Yeah, so 10.6. We're 3 kilometres in. Got 14 left to do. Jonathan's suggesting that Victoria runs for a bit while I try and sort out Facebook. I wouldn't worry about it, Vic. It's just too difficult to sort it out. If it doesn't start, it doesn't start. I don't know why. So just remember, we are not putting any incline on. When we get to the Alpe d'Huez, we are just going flat all the way up it. 14 kilometres left to do. There's the sloth hanging up, look. And when we get on the Alpe d'Huez, I'll put the camera angles back on, because there's no chance of me going off from there. Right, I think I must have passed. I must have passed myself now, because I'm at the waterfall. I don't think I've run past the waterfall yet. So if you don't know what's happening, that's me on the bike. And I'm using the power that's been generated from my Stride foot pod to cycle on the bike. Jonathan, I don't know if there's a late join or not. Sorry, buddy. Carol missed it by a minute or two, did she? Yeah, so here we go. Look, the bike is going up the Alp now. Turned right and is going through the barrier. Oh, don't tell me I can't go through. Yes, I can, because we're in an event. So you have to be certain level to go through the barrier to get to the Alp. And if you're not, then you're blocked. But if you're in an event, it's different and you are allowed to go through. Yeah, 4.4 kilometers my bike has done. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when we start climbing the hill. How much will I slow down on the bike? Will I be able to catch up by running? Neil Messenger right behind me. Jonathan says that's a novel idea to use the stride power to ride my bike. Yes. Definitely not cheating, no. Well, it's power, isn't it? It can't be cheating. I'm still using power. So I'm riding a bike, except I'm using a treadmill to ride the bike. I'm still using my leg power. Right, here we are at 4 kilometers now, so up to 10.8 kilometers per hour. I don't think I'll be able to keep on going 0.2 all the way, actually. I think we might get a bit fast. For me, remember, this is a recovery run for me. I'm not supposed to be going quick. Can I throw this over at you? Right, so here we are at the waterfall. So my bike has already passed me and is on the way up the Alp. So let's see how slow I'm going now. So we are now climbing and I'm going at 9 kilometers per hour up the hill. And my runner is going at 10.8 kilometers an hour. So that's how much I'm being slowed down on the hill. So can the runners catch the cyclists? Oh, Jonathan was being serious. He's definitely not cheating. No sarcasm intended. Yeah, it's all leg power, isn't it? Okay. So we are hopefully in line to catch my cyclist. We'll see what happens. Should be interesting, actually, this. Same pair of legs, a stride foot pod against a MyRun treadmill. Thanks for the ride on, whoever that was. G Turner, thank you. Right, so we're going to be turning right and heading into the road up the Alp. No, there's nothing wrong. Live stream software is fine. It all says it's broadcasting fine. So yeah, I don't know what's gone on with it. No, nothing to do with that. Yeah, no, it's not about sharing, it's about the stream isn't, you can see that the stream isn't there anyway. So it doesn't matter where you share it. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do, one more thing in here. Just leave it there for a second. Right, I'll delete that Facebook and then add a platform. Facebook Live, connect with Facebook. Service connected successfully. Hang on. Film my run, where's that? Oh no, we want to film my run, don't we? There it is, film my run. Save. On. Right, now I've completely reconnected it now. So just see if anything happens now. Might take a minute or two, but I've just done it. I've completely reconnected it, deleted and reconnected it. Yes, that's exactly it. Yes, correct. Okay, so guys, I think Facebook is on now. We think. Okay, we're going to increase the pace in a minute up to 11 kilometers an hour for the runner. And that will increase the pace of the bike, but the bike will still be going slower up the hill. No, because I need to set it up. Okay. Yeah, got it. So if you're watching on Facebook now, hello, Mark Samuels, it's on, yes. And Ace Ventura says yes, we're on, okay. So we've got Facebook working, YouTube's been working from the start. We're now going at 11 kilometers an hour, headed flat up the Alps, so we're not using incline. Those are the rules, that's what the Global Triathlon Network have said. The runners are going flat up the hill. The cyclists, obviously, they'll feel the pain of the incline. I am also cycling, believe it or not, using my Stride foot pod to generate power for my bike. So this is me, that's me on the bike, Stride number 2, in 78th position currently, going at about 9 kilometers an hour, generating about 215 watts of power up the hill. So I am going faster. I'm now going at 10 kilometers an hour. What's that all about? So my runner is going at 11 kilometers an hour. My cyclist is going at 10 kilometers an hour. And we will see if the runner can catch the cyclist. I saw a runner. Did you see the runner there just passing all the cyclists going at a double fast pace? Actually, what we could do is we could try and make our way up the field and see who's in the lead. In the lead of the runners, that is. Okay, so we've got our friend Garcia with his steps per minute of 159 with no heart rate. So we're not a massive fan of Garcia, but we're not entirely sure whether he is genuine or not. We're still not entirely convinced. So, and we've got another runner here, Asselton, who is on 179 steps per minute. running at 3:14 per kilometre. We'll give him a ride on. He looks genuine. Well, his steps per minute looks good. No heart rate though. The Bison Runner, second place at the moment. Heart rate of 171, so that looks fairly genuine. I really don't know about Garcia. Still not convinced. Duckworth, heart rate of 171 beats per minute in fourth place. Jay Thompson, 167 beats per minute. First Lady, she's running at 425 per kilometre. And steps per minute 178, that looks good. So she's a genuine first place. Jay Thompson, first female. Michael Hasser. Here's Michael, 155 BPM, 175 steps per minute. He's doing a gradual progression, getting faster and faster, look. Right, let's get back to me. Me the runner, not me the cyclist. Ryan Downey says Michael Hasser looks shady. Dodgy character. Buenaventura says, wow, super Brazilian pace. Yeah. Sarah Jacobson, no. So the rules are that we're not doing incline. I did check. I watched a video from Global Triathlon Network where they did this run last week with a couple of elite athletes, and they told us not to put incline on. So the idea is that we can go faster up the hill. So the bikes overtake us all, but then we try and catch them on the hill. Jonathan, I don't know. I don't know if it's Jose or Juan. Somebody's saying I forgot the 8% elevation. No elevation required. 6 kilometres done, up to 11.2 kilometres per hour now. So how's my bike doing? How far have I done? 7.1 kilometres on the bike. So I'm a kilometre, just over a kilometre behind my bike. Again, I'll explain to you, that's my bike. I am powering the bike with the Stride foot pod on my foot. So my treadmill is connected direct to Zwift. That's what my runner is using. My bike is connected via my Stride foot pod. The Stride foot pod is a power meter. The power meter is generating a power number in watts, which is what cyclists use. They use power meters on their bikes. So essentially I've got a power meter on my foot, and that is generating power and moving my bike up the hill. Jonathan says, I know Facebook has found it hard to grasp the concept of the race with runners not elevating. Yeah, well, we're not supposed to elevate. Are there some comments then that we should be going on elevation? We're supposed to be going flat. That's the idea of the race. So Carol Rushworth right behind me. Just over 11 kilometres left to run. I'm currently in 30th position, but I'm not worried about positioning. Yeah, well it might be my fault, Jonathan, because I initially thought that we were supposed to be doing elevation, but we're not. So I put on Facebook about, do you think, my initial thought was runners would never do the incline, they would just run it flat and basically cheat to beat the cyclists. I didn't realise that we had a head start, the runners have a head start, and the idea is that the cyclists catch us up and then we run flat on the hill to try and catch them. Yeah, Carol is doing a good job of keeping up. Right, so turn 20. So 19 turns to go. Just under 11 kilometres to run. But we're going flat. There's no incline here. The idea is to try and catch the bikes. There's my bike. Currently doing 14, 15 kilometres an hour because we must be on a bit of flat there. Generating 219 watts. And up to 8 kilometres now. I'm on 7. No, I'm not on 7, I'm on 6.8. So I haven't caught up any at all. Turn 19, switchback 19. And here we come up to 7 kilometres done. But no sign of pulling in my bike yet. There's 7 kilometres. Thanks for the ride on.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Back to the bike. 8.2 kilometres done, 11 kilometres per hour. Down to 10 kilometres per hour. So obviously my bike is feeling that incline. It's down to 9 kilometres per hour now. So this is where I should make up some time. On the really steep sections of the Alp, my bike is going to be slowed down by the Zwift algorithm, and I should have a chance to do a bit of catching up. 224 watts being generated now by me running. Switchback 18. So we can count down now. 18 down to 1. When we get to 1, we're done. So Garcia, Jonathan says his pace and cadence lines are perfectly level, no change at all. Yeah, I mean he must be using the TSS app. It'd be nice to be able to get in touch with him and see if we can ask him to put his heart rate on. Because he does, apparently, was it you that told me he runs a lot of group runs and things like that? He's a run leader in Brazil, so I mean he must be a decent runner. So we don't know whether he's trying to con us, or whether he's genuinely running but just using a set parameter on the TSS app. Matthias, I've now got 10.1 kilometers to go on the run. So yeah, your estimation looks about right. $10K left. I was going to say I'll put the camera angles back on, and then I've just realised that often what happens when I look at different runners, it turns me round, doesn't it? Let's just have one more quick look up the field, and then I'll put the camera angles on. I beg to differ, Jonathan. 1:59 is his cadence all the time. 1:59. Right, so Asselton from the USA is still in the lead, running at 3:45 per kilometre. He has 4K left to do. I mean, I don't know if there are any bikes in front of him, but he's going at a fair old whack, so I'd be surprised if there are many bikes ahead of him. So this is Asselton from the USA in first place for the runners, and then we've got our friend Garcia, and then we've got the Bison runner, Duckworth. Thompson is our first lady, heart rate of 170, steps per minute 175. She's doing well. Michael Hasser, dodgy character there, Michael Hasser. He's got 10.2. No, he's done 10.2 kilometres. He's got 7 to go. There's our second lady, Farah from Poland. Heart rate of 206. Good grief. That is a high heart rate. Another Polish runner just behind. Bishop behind him. Diego from Spain. Janata. Is that also Poland? Stoker from the USA, just passing switchback number 13. D Stone from Canada, also just coming up to switchback 13. Williams, age 65 plus, from the USA. Well done to you in 14th position. Also coming up to switchback 14. Haloka from Canada. Santos from Portugal. Chris Beale. Well done, Chris. Currently in 18th position. Running at 4:55 per kilometre. Well done to you. Kobe from Germany. Heather Fell. Well done, Heather. 9 kilometres done for Heather, 20th position. Baron from the UK. Mingo from Chile. Vickerman from the UK, well done to you. Don't know what that name is. C Hill. Neil Messenger. Well done, Neil. So he's coming up to switchback 14. So well done, Neil. Great view. Look at that view. Brilliant. Hibbert 27th position. Ewart, 3rd place lady, 28th position. Lawton, Pez is in 30th position, and then me. I can't give myself a ride on. Jonathan says Asselton's run looks genuine. Yeah, I think so. It does look like he's generating the right cadence for that kind of speed. So I have 9 kilometers left to run. Oh, I should be going faster. Vic, could I have a squash? Lemon squash with ice. Thank you, sweetheart. Mark Samuel says he's recording a DNF. It's way too hot. Not run for a while. Did 4 miles. Caught 3 cyclists. Ride on. Well done, buddy.
Ride on.
Good job. Right, let's have a look at the bike. So I'm in 68th position. I've done 9.8 kilometers, 9.9 kilometers done. And so I am still way ahead of the runner. The bike is still a good kilometre, 1,300 metres ahead still. So it doesn't look like I'm catching myself. Buenaventura, take care, have fun. Switchback 14. Thank you. First drink of the evening. After, well, nearly halfway. Right. Pace up again by 2. 11.8 kilometers per hour now. But of course, every time I increase the speed of the runner, I also increase the speed of the bike. 229, 230 watts now, going up the hill. Yes, Sarah, there's no badge at the end of this, unfortunately. Tina Beard is off for her dinner. Says she'll catch up later. Thanks, Tina. Take care, have a nice dinner. So we should finish in about 40 minutes. 40 minutes left of running. Just over 8 kilometers left to run. going to overtake Singer, cyclist here. I was going to put the camera angles on, wasn't I? Let's do that. Right, we are now officially halfway. No, not quite. No, we're not officially halfway, are we? It's 17 kilometres, not 16. So we're, in fact, hang on a minute. We're over halfway. We're well over halfway. Ha! Hold on a minute. No. We've got 8 to go, so that means we've done, yeah, we are well over halfway, yeah. Oh, maths is never my strong point. Right, there we are, switchback 13. There's the bike. 230 watts being generated at the moment. 11 kilometres done on the bike. 9.6, so I'm 1.4 kilometres down. Ask Heather if she's trying to catch Mark. If I could type, I would. So, as I've said before, this is a recovery run for me. I'm not racing, but I thought it'd be interesting to do this event and have a look at what's going on. But this is effectively a recovery run for me. But we are passing a few cyclists on the way up. Remember, we're running flat, so the idea of this race is that the cyclists get a head start up the hill. We did start before them, but that was on the flat. They overtook us easily on the flat and then went up the hill, and the job is for the runners to try and catch the cyclists now, because the cyclists will slow down with the incline, but we carry on running on the flat. It's not cheating, this is the rules of this race. 10k done. 7.5 to go. Dark on the hill. Right, we're speeding up to 12 kilometres an hour now. As I said before, if I speed up as a runner, that means my bike also speeds up. Speeding up to 235 watts now. There he is, he's done 11.5 kilometres. So we're not really catching him. The hills are not slowing him down enough. So my bike is now at switchback 9. Switchback 9 for the bike. Neil Messenger just ahead of me looks like he's having technical problems. He has stopped. There he goes. Back on again. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod, like the Zwift pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. Gary Corcoran says he missed the start with trainer problems. Oh no! Well, I know that stuff all too well. Right, about 34 minutes left of running now. Just under 7 kilometres left to go. We're doing it as a progressive run, so I'm just getting a little bit faster each kilometre. Jonathan, I am in agreement with you, to be honest. I'm not. It's great to get new runners going on Zwift, but it isn't half an easy way to cheat on Zwift as well. Ryan Downey, welcome to the Facebook stream, late of the YouTube stream. So it looks like Neil has slowed down, just overtaking him now. Keep going, Neil. How's the bike doing? Really pushing it. 234 watts. 61st position of the bikes. 12.2 kilometres done. So still 1,300 metres ahead of me. So Huber Timing has just messaged Jay Garcia and asked if he could turn on his heart rate data. Thank you, Huber. Excellent stuff. Thank you very much. The thing is, it's not that I don't trust his data, but I have heard that he is a group leader in some runs. So I'm prepared to think, well, maybe he's just using the TSS app and he's giving us, you know, just what looks like dodgy data, but actually he is running properly. Who knows? Right, 11 kilometres done, 6.4 to go. Let's bump it up a little bit. Okay, Neil Messenger says, no technical problems, he just went to the loo. Okay, so Neil's okay. No technical issues, just a gut issue. Into the clouds now in the Alpe d'Huez, or Alpe de Zwift. Mark Samuels ducked out of the race early and now has the kebabs on the barbecue. Good for you, buddy. Half an hour left to run, 6 kilometres left to do. Passing another bike. Jonathan says, "You're not welcome if you don't have technical problems." This, as we all know, is the home of technical problems. "244 watts being generated." Gradual progressive run for this 11 miles. We have 4 miles left to go. Switchback number 9. Heart rate is nice though, 142 is very comfortable, even though it's baking hot in here. We had a few problems at the beginning, Jonathan, didn't we? We had no Facebook. No Facebook, and camera 2 was a bit dodgy. But we've sorted it out now. And we're gradually catching some runners as well because we're doing progressive. No, Ryan, we couldn't really have a barbecue. We'd have to move the trampoline out of the way. I suppose we could have one right behind me, on the patio right behind me. No. No, I'm not really a barbecue kind of guy, to be honest with you. Okay, bit faster. 12 kilometres completed. 5.4 to go. Let's have a look at the bike. 13.5 completed. So the bike is getting quicker. Of course, as I'm getting quicker, the bike is getting quicker. And yeah, 240 watts being generated. And he's not far away from the top now. 57th position as well. My runner is definitely catching people, definitely catching bikes, look. Jonathan Cost says good skills on the computer, Victoria. Yeah, I think it was actually me that sorted it out. You led me in the right direction, that's correct. Right, beautiful views now. There's the snow. A couple of cyclists being overtaken. Chicken vindaloo, please. 5 kilometres to go. Just a park run remaining. Heart rate 147. No pot noodles on the 4th of July. Yeah, okay. So we're going to try and keep it progressive to the end. 5 more increases in pace to go. 12.6, 12.8, 13, 13.2, 13.4 will be the final speed. 13.4 kilometers per hour. Sagaloo, please. There's the campsite. Thanks for the ride on, whoever that is. And Steve Beckett from Zwift HQ, cheers for the ride on from you, buddy.
Nice!
How's the bike doing? 14.2 kilometers done. Jonathan Coss says, is that you ordering a curry? Yes. Chicken vindaloo with a sagaloo in about an hour's time. Gabriella, thank you for your ride on. Gabriella Kyriakou, thank you.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
4.5k left. Heart rate 143, so still relatively easy, although it feels like my legs are hurting a little bit now. Starting to get a bit tired. Just have to keep relaxed and keep going. Catching another couple of cyclists here. Right, another gradual pace increase, and it's the first time I've hit zone 4 now. Heart rate of, oh mind you, that must be wrong, that can't be right. No, that's a dodgy reading, that one, ignore that one. Ryan Downey, nice easy recovery run. Yeah, maybe the last 4 is not a recovery run, eh? Maybe that's a bit more like a mid-threshold run. Less than 20 minutes to go. 4k left. Right, heart rate has settled again, but it's still rising, 153 BPM. Matt Brown, thank you. .3 kilometers for the bike, generating just under 250 watts now. Thomas trying to keep ahead of me. Switchback number 6, 5 to go. Right, looks like another pace increase now, up to 12.8 kilometers per hour. Relatively comfortable, 149 BPM, just over 3k to go. This is the GTN race series, runners versus riders. Runners had a 15-minute head start on the bikes. Runners set off on the flat. Cyclists overtook us and started climbing the Alpe d'Huez. Runners started climbing the Alpe d'Huez, but with no elevation, to see if we could catch the cyclists. There we are, 3k left to do. Passing another bike at 14.5 kilometres. "16 kilometres for the bike." So the bike is pulling away now. 450 watts on the bike. So we're not going to catch him. He's too good. And yes, CCPSG, I hear the swimmers DNS'd. Did not start. Quite right. Nice to have a comment from Twitch. Hello, buddy. Thanks for joining us. We are getting there now. Pushing towards the end, 153 BPM. About 13 minutes of running left. There's my speed, look, 12.8. Passing another bike. 20th out of 38 runners. But remember, this is a recovery run for me. I'm not pushing it. Just increasing the pace every kilometre a little bit. Just coming up on Santos now. Right, there's 15 kilometres done. Up it to 13 kilometres an hour now. Quick drink. Two more pace increases to go. 11 minutes to go. 16.6, less than a kilometre to go now for the bike. He's on the last one now, he's past the last switchback, and my bike is heading to the top, to the finish line. Less than a kilometre for him now. Nearly 1,000 metres climbed for me on the bike. I've done well, haven't I? If you've just joined me and wonder what that is my Stride foot pod, which is a power meter, which I wear on my foot, and the power meter generates power, which means I can pretend I'm on a bike. So I've logged in as a cyclist on one Zwift account, and I'm running on another Zwift account. But it's all generated power, generated by my legs, by the foot pod on my legs. Wahoo Fitness for Life says up, up, up on Twitch. Hello Twitch. Hello Wahoo Fitness for Life. We are getting there. 2 kilometres left to go now on the GTN Race Series Runners versus Riders. Passing another cyclist there. Good to see the bike finish. So another bike just up ahead. And there's me on the bike, 17.2k done. 300, 400 metres left to go now for the bike. I'm going at 13 kilometres per hour. And in a minute we'll bump it up again to 13.2. Rounding the last switchback now. And the bike's done it. So the bike is finished. Well done to my bike. Good job to you, buddy. .50-second position for the bike. Right, 1.5 kilometres left to go. We are 16 kilometres in, we are at 13.2 kilometres per hour. I didn't beat myself on the bike. Hardly surprising really, because every time I sped up as a runner, that meant the bike sped up. Mark Samuel says, well done, enjoy your curry. Well, that's the bike, but I've still got 1 kilometre and a bit to go. Oh, here we are. Switchback number 2 now. Yeah, Wahoo Fitness, well done to the bike. Approaching the final kilometre now. Heart rate 153, so still doing good. Legs are just a bit fatigued now. Thank you for the ride on.
Nice! Right on!
Sawdust, thank you. Carol is only 1 kilometre behind. Well done, Carol. Come on now. 4 minutes to go. Last switchback, here we go.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Robin, thank you. 700 metres left. Jonathan and his YouTube stream. Oh, I see Carol's listening to my YouTube stream. Hello, Carol. Keep it going. You're nearly there now. 1.5 kilometres to go for you. Keep pushing. 0.5 kilometre for me. 500 metres left. So final pace increase now. For the last 500 metres. Up to 13.4. Another good view. We are nearly done in the GTN Race Series Runners versus Riders. Might even catch these last two boys here, look. Minute and a half left. Metres to go. 20th position out of the runners, and we've definitely passed some cyclists on the way. Heart rate has remained in zone 3, so that's good. Only just touching zone 4. There we go. If I'd known the time, actually I wasn't looking at the time, do you know what? If I'd known the time I might have tried to get under 1:30. But there we go. Wahoo Fitness Life for Life says, well done Stephen, thank you. Garcia didn't record his run on ZCA, interestingly enough. Keep going, Carol. Now, I was also recording that run on my Stride as a run, and it came in at 17.4 kilometres, so only 100 metres behind the treadmill, so that's pretty decent really as far as I'm concerned. CCPSG said, I finished 36th for the bike and I think about 10 runners beat me. Well done. Good job, CCPSG. I think I was about 52nd on the bike. I don't know how many runners beat the bike, but 19 runners beat me. So maybe about 10 runners or 11 or 12 runners beat my bike. Because obviously CC was ahead of me. So you were 36, I was 52nd. But maybe there were only 1 or 2 runners in between you and me. So anyway, a very interesting event. Runners versus cyclists. What would be good in the future is if we could have it as joint results, so that you knew what position you were on the screen. You could see what position you are amongst the runners and the riders. Because I only knew that I was 20th out of the runners, but I didn't know how many bikes were ahead of me, and that would have been interesting to know. But other than that, I enjoyed that. That was good. Apart from also, I do genuinely feel guilty running up the Alp with no elevation. But that was the idea of today. That was the name of the game today. That the cyclists would have to feel the elevation gain, but they would have a bit of a gap on us. So we started running, they started cycling 15 minutes later, but that still meant that on the flat they were way ahead of us when it hit the steep hill section at Alpe de Zwift, which gave runners a chance to catch up. So very interesting idea by GTN, good job. And yeah, we'll do another one of those sometime, but that was enjoyable. I liked it, very good. Okay, but I am now shattered. I'm going to have a curry. Jonathan Cost says Carol is a minute and a half behind, so let's just wait for Carol, because we can give Carol... There she is, 22 seconds, 21 seconds. Did I give Carol a ride on already? Let's give her a ride on if we haven't. Here's Carol, and Carol has literally just finished, just crossed the line. Well done to Carol. Carol Rushworth has finished. Mind you, it says that Carol's on 17. Oh, did she join late? It was a late join, wasn't it? Well, anyway, well done, Carol. Good job. Good job, Carol. Right. I am done. I am out of here. Thank you very much, everybody, for your chat. Apologies that Facebook wasn't working early on. We got it working in the end. So thanks for the chat on Facebook and on YouTube. Much appreciated. Very interesting event. And maybe we can do that again one day in the not too distant future. Keith Yendel is firing his way down the hill there. Let's go back to me. Oh, that's not a good sight, is it? We are ending the run there, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow for another Zwift Run live event, whatever it is. Friday. Fartlek Friday with Ryan Downey, isn't it? Okay, we'll see you for that. Take care. Bye-bye.